to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping Orange County. With your host, Don Kamber.
Hello, live from the OC Talk Radio studios at UCI's BEALL Applied Innovation Center. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Don Kamber with another great guest impacting our community in a positive way. Today, I welcome NeighborWorks Orange County President and CEO Helen O'Sullivan. The HUD-approved housing counseling and education agency breaks down barriers to home ownership, and welcome to our program, Helen. I'm excited that you're here to talk about NeighborWorks Orange County and your June 15th 45th anniversary celebration, and we'll talk about that shortly. Please tell us about NeighborWorks Orange County programs and how you help the community.
Hi, Don. Thank you so much for having me today. Basically, NeighborWorks Orange County is an HUD-approved counseling organization, and we provide education for home buyers who want to buy a home in Orange County, and provide HECM counseling for folks who already own their home and want to age in place in Orange County. We also provide down payment assistance loans for low-income families that are low interest rates up to $100,000. So that helps folks qualify for home loans that are typically when they're priced out of the market.
And you got started in 1977. Do you have an estimate of the impact and how many people you've helped over the course of 45 years?
Well, actually, I don't have an exact number, but I would guess it's somewhere around 75,000 when you talk about all the folks that we've counseled, educated, given loans to, provided residents in the apartments we build. I would say it's probably around 75,000. But what I do know is over the past 25 years, we've done quite a bit to promote homeownership in Orange County. In the past 25 years, NeighborWorks Orange County has assisted about 36,000 individuals or families with affordable housing and counseling services. We've created more than 34 homeowners and helped preserve the homes of another almost 1,900 households. We've owned, managed, and or built 486 rental units, and we've leveraged nearly $1.3 billion, and that's billion with a B, dollars into our economy and communities here in Orange County.
Is there a certain income level that you serve, and how do you deliver your educational services? But what about the income level?
Well, there is a certain income level that we target. Primarily, those folks are defined as low or moderate income individuals. The state HCD is the one who provides income limits for all of the housing assistance programs. Just to give you an idea, in 2022, for a family of four, the Orange County area median income is $119,100, and low-income individuals earn $108,400, and moderate-income individuals earn $142,900. If you make less than or equal to any of the incomes that I mentioned, it's likely that you would be able to qualify for any down payment assistance and housing assistance programs. What was that? The other question that you asked me?
Explain how you deliver your educational services.
Okay, so basically we have a staff of 6 housing counselors that are certified, and they provide a variety of counseling for pre-purchase for home buyers that want to buy homes, as well as provide counseling for people who want to obtain a reverse mortgage. And then there's also counseling for folks who own a home already and are trying very hard to provide opportunities for them to keep their mortgage and not lose their home through foreclosure.
And are there fees associated with the services?
Yes, there are. There are fees that will be charged for HECM counseling only, and that's $149 per person. Right now, we have all of our fees that are subsidized and paid for by the California Housing Finance Agency. And so right now, all of our fees for counseling and education are free.
Please talk about your new initiative to increase Black home ownership in Orange County.
Okay, well, basically, we were reached out to by 3 banks, Pacific Western Bank, Luther Burbank Savings, and Farmers and Merchants Bank. And they told me about a program through the Federal Home Loan Bank that is trying to build capacity for CDFIs and HUD-approved counseling agencies to provide more counseling for Black homeowners and Black home people who are aspiring to buy a home that are Black. And so we were able to work with these 3 banks and receive $50,000 and a dollar-for-dollar match from the Federal Home Loan Bank. So with these funds, we're going to be targeting the Black community through the Black churches in Orange County and also through the Black Chamber to reach out and provide more counseling services for Black homeowners.
Tell us some stories about some of the people you serve.
Well, okay. I have a couple of stories. I think, one of the things that I'm excited about is at our event coming up, we have an individual that was a client of ours 5 years ago. And we featured this client in a video, and she happened to be a woman who lived in a beautiful home in, I believe it was Newport Beach, and then one day came home and her husband kicked her out of the house and said he wanted a divorce, and she and her 3 boys lived out of their car for a while. When she came to us, we were able to help her finance a condo, all while she's going to college, pursuing her master's degree. And so we actually were able to get her into a condo, and at the end of the video that we made to tell her story, you see her son getting up and dancing, and he's so thrilled because he really didn't have a space to do that before, since the time that they were expelled from their home. So I talked to her, I want to say 2 or 3 days ago, and just wanted to check and see how she was doing. And she began to cry because she was so overwhelmed with joy. She told me that her son was so happy to be living in the condo, and that he would ask his mom every night, "Mom, can you please go upstairs so I can practice my dancing?" And he continued to dance, and to this day now he has a job with Cirque du Soleil. He is also going to Broadway in New York to audition for off-Broadway plays, but he's very excited to be doing that and feels that he just wouldn't be able to do that if he didn't have a place to call home. Home is more than just the shelter from the weather. It's actually a place where you plan your life, where you do your homework, where you dream your dreams. And, having that was something that the children were lacking. And now they're all just excited. And Melanie actually got her master's degree and is now a psychologist. And she works from her home, and she does Zoom. And she was just so excited. And all of these opportunities, she feels, are a result of someone just taking the time to listen to what her needs were and to helping her navigate through the process to get her what she needed to have a happy life.
And how did NeighborWorks Orange County help her?
Well, we sat down with her and found out, what was going on in her life. Did all of the things that you have to do as a lender, run a credit report. We, processed her loan, checked her finances. Then we, found that she was pretty savvy with her finances, but, there's always some things that, we can help with in terms of that, how we could show her the difference between nice to have and need to have so that she could get on a path to saving for that down payment in addition to the down payment that we gave her. The down payment assistance we provided, plus the counseling and the education services, all contributed to her being able to get that home. And that's how we helped her.
What are some of the education services you provide?
Well, for her, we provided what's called pre-purchase counseling, and we also provided some financial empowerment education materials. We sat down, showed her how to do a budget and how much is she going to need for her education, how much is she going to need for feeding her family, and how much should she set aside for her mortgage payment, her homeowners association payment, her taxes, and sat down and, these are the kinds of things that we cover in our classes.
What are the demographics of the people you serve?
Typically, we serve predominantly Hispanic folks in the past. We actually, in the past 5 years, if I remember correctly, we've have a 60% Hispanic ethnicity for our folks. We have very close, almost like 50-50. I want to say it's 48-51 female home buyers as opposed to male home buyers that are the what's called heads of household. And then most of the folks that, as I recall, fall within the age group along the, I would say, 50 to 65 age in range, because as we had, learned that Orange County's population is growing older, and it's the only population demographic that continues to grow in Orange County.
So tell us about the impact you've had on the community.
Well, in terms of the impact on the community, like I said, I think we've in the past few years did contribute to creating a lot of new homeowners, helping a lot of seniors who live in their homes, who want to stay in their homes. And I also believe that we've contributed to the leveraging of $1.3 million, almost $1.4 billion in income into the economy and into the community. So I think that, that impact is pretty good, but I think that, numbers is one thing, and the testimony of our folks that give us our services and that use our services is another. We have another individual who is the perfect example of how we create multi-generational, wealth through home ownership. This person had 2 kids and lived in an apartment, came to one of our sessions for counseling and education, ended up buying her condo. And as she lived there for a couple of years, she married a man with 5 children, and they all couldn't fit in there. And so they needed to withdraw the equity in their home, but instead of selling it, they refinanced it, pulled out equity, got a bigger home for them, and rented that out. And so it gave them options. Then their children now are old enough to attend our classes, and they have purchased that first condo. Another one's purchased her grandma's house. And so it will now continue through the generations, this understanding of the importance of wealth building through home ownership.
Well, I was going to say, NeighborWorks Orange County is also a community development financial institution. Explain that part.
Well, a community development financial institution is an organization that is designed to provide funding, access to funding for low and moderate income families. And the reason that being a CDFI is so great is that the Department of Treasury gives grants to CDFIs so that we can, in turn, provide programs. We'll have more capacity to hire more folks. We have more capacity to lend money at a lower rate. And so community development financial institutions can be banks, credit unions, or loan funds. We're a loan fund, so we apply competitively for grants through the CDFI fund so that we can fund our programs and services at a greater breadth.
Well, NeighborWorks Orange County is partnering with the Luke's Network on fundraising, outreach, and production for your upcoming June 15th 45th anniversary at Tustin Ranch Golf Club. The theme is Back to the 70s. Please explain.
Oh, my goodness. Well, NeighborWorks Orange County was actually founded in 1977 at the height of disco, and so we were happy that the Luke's Network was able to curate such a wonderful event for us. Basically, we're going to have a mix of information about NeighborWorks Orange County, some testimonials from our clients, and, talk a little bit about NeighborWorks Orange County's accomplishments. But the real reason we want to have this event is so that we can celebrate with our friends, our board members, our staff, collaborators in the community, our 45 years of being in the community providing these services. It's interesting when we look at our pictures. We've got pictures of kids that are helping to paint these fences on Pride Days, and then we have the same pictures of these folks with kids painting fences on Pride Days. So we're really excited to be able to weather the pandemic and make it through the various high interest rates and the low inventory and all the market forces, and we just felt like a celebration was in order. So we're going to be doing that. The Luke's Network has kind of constructed this so that at 5:30 we're going to have a reception and feature live art demo and a putting contest and a pinball contest. And then at 7 o'clock we'll break for dinner and hear from our clients a little bit and talk a little bit about Orange County, NeighborWorks Orange County. But then we're going to kick the fun up a notch, and we're going to have a 70s themed dress contest and really great music that's provided by the Family Band. I think it's the name of the band. It comes highly recommended, and we're really excited to have them there.
And some of the sponsors?
Well, we're really excited this year because we have a combination of both nonprofit and for-profit sponsors. This year, let's see if I can remember all of the sponsors' names, but we do have for our gold sponsors, City National Bank and the Change Company, Luther Burbank Savings and California Bank and Trust are silver sponsors, and we also have Wells Fargo Bank, Bank of Southern California, KCOM, Jason Hank Art, and Arcadeable Events that are underwriters for the event. And we're also, as I said, very happy to have as nonprofit sponsors the Orange County Community Housing Corporation and Jamboree Housing, both of which are located in Orange County, the Affordable Housing Clearinghouse, and then also we're having sponsors from outside of Orange County. Neighborhood Partnership Housing Services is located in Rancho Cucamonga in the Inland Empire, and they're sponsoring, as well as Neighborhood Housing Services of Los Angeles, located in Los Angeles.
What makes your organization different than others that help people seeking affordable homes?
I think that's difficult to answer, but I think the strength of our organization lies in the true passion of the employees that work with us. Our employees have been here 15, 25 years. We just all have this passion to help the folks that we work with because we understand how terrible it is to be shut out of home ownership and how important it is to provide services that help all folks have access to that.
And how can people find out about NeighborWorks Orange County and your event?
Well, they can do a couple of things. They can go to our website, which is at nwoc.org. And on the homepage, there's a little banner that has our event that if you click, you can register if you're interested in coming, or click it just if you're interested in hearing about what we're doing for the event. Also, you can send an email inquiry to info@nwoc, and we'll send you a flyer, or you can send an email to all@thelukesnetwork.com. And Annalisa's group will send a flyer out to you that tells about the events. And then lastly, you can give us a call at 714-490-1250 and talk to any staff member who can provide you with information.
Please repeat that phone number.
I shall. It's 714-490-1250.
Thank you, NeighborWorks Orange County President and CEO Helen O'Sullivan, for being on Impact OC. And I thank everyone for tuning in. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Dawn Kamber. Have an impactful day.
You've been listening to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping our community. Right here on Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio.